Aloha and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Sakamoto Properties, where prestige is our business, reputation our foundation. And what better start could we have had this morning than Neil Everett giving you a public service announcement in regard to Lahainaluna High School and the funding for the stadium.
Wow, what a lead-in.
Was that the best?
Amazing.
I didn't even realize when he comes to Lahainaluna and does a very special thing every year for the Legends of Lahainaluna. He's fabulous, but I didn't even know how important he really was until I kept listening to him on your ESPN.
On ESPN.
And,
it's a great lead-in. This is Betty's Real Estate Corner, and it's Betty and Roy Sakamoto with you. Sakamoto Properties, 669-0070, and our website, sakamotoproperties.com. But let's talk some more about Lahainaluna and Neil Everett's involvement.
Well, I think his involvement, I just learned that he came here when he was very young and worked in the radio industry in Maui. So I never knew that part.
KMVI, yeah.
KMVI.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're KAOI,
right. Yeah.
Which is certainly more important today. But in any event, I think that he is an amazing person, and I love how on this, I always say to people that I didn't graduate from Lahainaluna High School. My husband did. My daughter did.
Yes.
My husband's father, my father-in-law graduated from Lahainaluna, I believe, in 1927. So we're definitely attached. And I call myself a Lahainaluna wannabe. So I thought it was cute that Neil Everett said he didn't graduate from there and he's not married to a graduate, but he really is kind of an alumni at heart. And he's done so much for Lahainaluna by just making his presence known and coming there and working with the school for the Legends of Lahainaluna, etc. He is quite a presence.
He is, and it's great to have a national personality donating his time and efforts to help Lahainaluna, the oldest school west of the Rockies, established in 1831. And let's talk about the fundraising going on now.
Well, the immediate fundraising is to buy a row of seats, and they're trying to raise immediately $120,000 by selling 120 rows of seats.
Right. This is for the brand new stadium that's been built 2-3 years ago.
Yes, and
now finishing up with the bleachers being installed.
And they're pouring concrete bleachers. They're really going to be quite amazing. So it's $1,000 for a row of seats. We went ahead and purchased one. There's a class challenge going on, so we thought it would be fun to purchase the one for the first class, which would have been the class of 1831. Now that would have been, I don't know if there were seniors then or how they started it, but they started in 1831. So Roy and I decided that we should do the class of 1831.
We're not quite that old, but we did it.
And then Roy's the class of 1960, so I'm sure he will bully his buddies into this, so they'll be doing one. And if you check the LahainalunaFoundation.org website, you're going to discover that you can actually go in and check out your class and see what they're doing. Many classes are getting there and starting to donate, so somebody can go in and donate $100 or $50 or $25, and then it'll kind of push your classmates or call your classmates. And then you'll have something on there that says, class of 1980. My daughter is class of 1982. So any friends of Julie Ahu Flynn, sometimes called Ahulani by her classmates, I think you guys should get on this, because I bet between everybody $1,000 will happen pretty quickly. And we really need to be sure that everything gets finished up. The bleachers are going to be fabulous. There's going to be, Roy, this year 4 games. There'll actually be 4 games, home games, played in Lahaina.
I heard that, right.
Which was a real struggle because everybody tries to keep it over at the War Memorial Stadium. But I think it's happening this year.
And I think the big thing is it's a community stadium. It's obviously Lahainaluna's stadium, but it belongs to the whole community. And it's more than a class challenge, it's a community challenge. So even if you don't live in Lahaina and would like to support this great facility, please do. You can get Jeff Rogers, our foundation director, at 661-5332, and Jeff can give you all the information and help you purchase a row of seats.
You know, Roy is right. As a community, whether it's Lahainaluna High School, Baldwin, Maui High, Hana High, all of the schools need some help. And Lahainaluna, being the oldest school in the United States, as Roy said, west of the Rocky Mountains, you know, more than ever. You know, Roy went to school. There was no field. Football players were running through the dirt. We had some information when Jeff was here one day. Lanny Tejada, which a lot of the community, everybody should know Lanny, but kind of talked about the fact that at a time, the guys would come to school and they'd throw their stuff. There was no place that they could store their things waiting, you know, for practice. So they would throw them in a drainage ditch and they would sit there until they came out dressed, but there was no place to shower for the guys, and a lot has already happened. But we really need to keep this going. I think most everybody knows that there's one particular person that's really gotten this off the ground, and we really want to get it finished now. So all the help that you can give really matters to Lahainaluna High School and all of the community, not just Lahaina. It matters to all of our communities in Maui that our high schools can have a place to play sports.
Right, and our large donor is not a native of Maui, did not attend Lahainaluna, but just got caught up in the school spirit, and a great story behind her donations also.
It has been a great story. You know, one of the things, I've never called her a Lahainaluna wannabe, because I don't see that like I kind of feel like, although I loved my high school. I think her story was great. She went to a lot of things with Roy and I at Lahainaluna because it was fun for her to get involved in the community. And we were at a game, and we all tell this story a little different, but I believe the team was losing by a huge amount, like 30-some points, maybe more. And then somewhere in some quarter, they came back and they really could have won it. They got so close, it was really fabulous, but they didn't. And as we were leaving the stadium, we happened to have walked past the locker room, and instead of hearing a team all unhappy and swearing and saying all sorts of things, the Lahainaluna boys were in there singing their alma mater at the top of their lungs. Beautiful, true, fabulous voices. Isn't that true, Roy?
Oh, yes, and it's a real chicken skin moment, and it affected Sue, our friend who ended up donating a considerable sum to this. But it's a community effort, and that Sue acknowledges, and that's why we're reaching out to the community for funding for these bleachers.
It has mattered to her through this whole thing that it's not just about her. You know, she did donate the lion's share of everything, but it's not just about her. So I think it's really important to know that it matters that the community, all the $1 things or the $10 or the $20, because then everybody will always remember it as being as special as it really is. So help us, you know, just send whatever. Call Jeff at the 661-5332. Is that right, Roy?
5332, or call our office, 669-0070.
And we'll point you in a good direction for making a contribution to this.
Good. Okay.
Well, what about anything else? Real estate?
Well, actually, we're going to close our show, I understand, with Neil Everett again. But in the meantime, we are a real estate show.
But and again, listen up. Listen to Neil Everett, because it's really great. And when I first heard it, I was kind of stunned because I just forgot how great it would be. And what a nice thing for him to do. He didn't get paid to do that. He did it because he cares about our community. He cares about Lahainaluna. And like he says in there, he's not a graduate. He's not even married to a graduate. But I'm going to now call him a Lahainaluna wannabe, because that's what I call myself. But a special, special man. So anyway, should we do a little bit of real estate?
Absolutely. How about a brand new listing at Alaeloa?
Ooh, very, very nice property there. We have a property that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath property at Alaeloa.
Alaeloa is a great development. I believe there's 44 units in Alaeloa, and it's a gated community. Wow, you've got a great pool, you're oceanfront, you're in the Napili area, and our new listing is fantastic. It's been upgraded, beautiful ocean views, and the listing price was
That's what I was just looking for. So let me tell you more about the unit. I think it's 800. I think it's 835,000. For some reason, I drew a blank on it. As Roy was 825. Okay.
Yeah, right.
This property has amazing views from it, and more important, it's a 2-story. So upstairs has a bigger view. Huge grassy lawn that seems to go on forever in front of it. Fabulous, fabulous pool, which is not. You have to walk down to it. Great beach, which no beach in Hawaii is really private, but this one, because of how it's located, is relatively private.
It's almost as private as you can get.
Yeah, I would say it. I mean, it feels like a totally private beach. Alaeloa is leasehold, and these people, when they were buying it, it was kind of interesting. They had meant to stay here. They've lived in Hawaii, but certain things changed in their life, so they're going to go ahead and sell it. But it's kind of an interesting one because I looked at the leasehold thing, and this is such a fabulous leasehold property. It's amazing. And the lease rent is such that if you were to try to get a property like this, fee simple, you'd be paying easily a couple $1 million, easily. So that the fact that it's leasehold is definitely something that you can live with.
It is, and it's a well-established neighborhood. Very secure, very safe, and a lot of owner-occupants live there, and it's
very friendly. I mean, everybody there seems to get together with one another. These people only live there for maybe a year, but in living there, they had such a great time because they got to know all of their neighbors. A lot of the neighbors are second home people that are coming and going, but they really had a great community going on there and good management. So I feel like it's a place that anybody should take a look at. And their place, totally furnished. They did a lot of remodeling to it. By remodeling, more refurbishing, I guess you'd say. But it came out really great. They redid landscaping, which is now taken care of by the association. They redid walkways and walkways around the house. They took the upstairs lanai and did a kind of major overhaul on it because there was some wood rot, etc. But I think they really did some very meaningful things to it.
Yes, they did. And again, very easy to see. It's vacant, so call our office, 669-0070, or look at our website. It's www.sakamotoproperties.com.
Or check us out, #BettyMauiRadio. So you can reach us in a variety of ways. Check out our website, which Roy just said, sakamotoproperties.com. And whatever you're looking for is on there. Actually, if you want to listen to the Neil Everett thing again, it's on our blog. So, but we are going to still run it at the end of this. I just feel there's a lot of people out there when they realize that we do need to raise some more money for Lahainaluna, that people will step in. And check out your class, everything on that. So that's an important one.
Yes.
Anyway, real estate.
Okay, Napili Point B5, which is also leasehold. It's at very popular Napili Point, obviously Napili. This is a unit that faces directly out to Molokai. Majority of units at Napili Point face inward into Honokiana Cove. This one faces right out to Molokai. Gives you sunsets pretty much all year round, and what a great location. Very active rental program, listed at $629,000, and while it's leasehold, it's also one of the most favorable leases I've ever seen.
You know, a couple other properties, Roy. I don't know why I'm picking these right now, but just because, you know, we do have a lot of the really high-priced properties on our website because that's what we've specialized in. But we have a great listing right now at Kaanapali Shores, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, unit number 544, listed at $436,950. I don't know how someone comes up with some of these prices when they add $36,950, but I think it's a great value. Interior design is fabulous, so it really is the 5th floor, really worth looking at.
It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's designer owned, so it's really been upgraded, and
quite beautiful.
Yes, and Elizabeth from our office, Elizabeth Quayle is the listing agent, and you can reach Elizabeth also at 669-0070, or look at our listing on the website, sakamotoproperties.com.
One other great Kaanapali listing, Roy, is the Masters 1402. It's been totally redone. They did a really great job of it. Listed at $1,150,000. Again, just a great property. So if someone's looking for something that will work, for them now as a place to live, or if you want to rent it, you can rent it long term until you decide to move over here. I'm not sure exactly what their whole rental setup is at the Masters, but I think it's primarily second homes, owner occupants, long-term rentals, and I think they do have a setup for renting it monthly, but I think the primary thing really is long-term, meaning 6 months.
Long-term, 6 months or longer. And 1402 at the Masters is right on the golf course. So you've got an unobstructed view, again, sunsets all year round.
And
Molokai.
Unobstructed view in every direction, because there's actually a huge view out of the kitchen window, and there aren't many of the units there that you can actually look out to the water from the kitchen window and from the bedroom and from the living room, from the master bedroom. So really way worth seeing that property if that's what you've had in mind.
The overall market has been very, very active. Mortgage rates are still fairly reasonable, starting to creep up. So if you have any inclination on buying anything, whether it's for investment, for home ownership, time is right.
Time is right. Coming over here, we started talking about that. There are some fabulous loans right now for whatever you want to buy. There's some great FHA loans, great VA loans. There's a couple of Hawaii type loans that you can get for certain properties. You need to talk to a lender, and if you call our office, one of us can direct you to someone that you can talk with. You may be wanting to refinance. Again, you could talk to your banker. If you've got your bank accounts with First Hawaiian Bank, give them a call, or if you know a mortgage broker, chat with them. But I think that you can possibly buy something right now that you don't think you can do because there are so many fabulous loans available. So as a newcomer into the market, we can find a property for you. If you've got a real estate broker that lives next door to you, or that, talk to them right now. Sometimes everybody forgets that if you get out there and look, you may be able to find something, but the lender also will be great because they can direct you to say, what we need to do is have you pay off this, do that, and then readdress it in 6 months. We'll do that, because it's never going to be better to get into Maui.
Bottom line is you need a professional team to assist you, and you need a good qualified realtor, a good qualified banker or mortgage broker, and also we coordinate with escrow companies, so escrow and title companies. So we make it easier for you to buy, to sell. Sakamoto Properties, 669-0070.
SakamotoProperties.com. In saying this thing, we're kind of pushing buy now. Of course, we're real estate salespeople. We do push to buy now. But this year, so far, there have been 839 sales in Maui. Now that's a variety of homes, condos, land, and other, which I'm not sure what we threw into other. But 839 sales, that's a lot. Currently, there's 524 properties pending. Those are escrows, properties that are under contract that we believe will be closing. So I think that you've really got to, in the last 30 days alone, there have been 231 recordings, so that means somebody, put a contract on something, it went through the escrow process, got a new loan or paid cash or whatever they were doing, owner financing sometimes. But things are happening pretty fast now. So if you're going to do this, I think it's now. And we're seeing investors come in, a couple of them.
It's been a good combination of investors and homeowners, and we've been in business, God, I don't know,
100 years.
Yeah, it seems like it. Not quite back to 1831, but 30 some odd years that we've had Sakamoto Properties, and we had our biggest January ever this past January. And so we're definitely seeing the effect of low mortgage rates and good pricing.
I think that's, we kind of keep saying that, but I think that the good mortgage rates are going to be a key for a lot of people that want to step in and buy. So I think, again, let's talk to you. Call our office, 669-0070. Ask to talk to one of our agents, and we'll direct you to the right person. someone that either works in your area or is good in the general price range that you'd like to talk about, or ask for Roy or myself, and we'll help direct you. So we would really like to be able to help you get into a property. A thing I started to say a minute ago, Roy, another interesting moment is we've had a couple of clients come in recently that are, let's say, fairly wealthy, and they're the people that end up spiking this market really fast. But they're saying that they're feeling like they are tired of the stock market, tired of this, tired of that, and they know that the place to put your money right now is real estate or under the mattress.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to go that far, but
yeah, you're certainly not getting a return on your money and having it sitting in a bank, whether it's in CDs or whatever. So real estate is a great option and a good, solid option.
Well, one thing is, I think we're coming down quickly to the 2-minute warning. I can't believe how fast this always happens, but it's happening again. 2-minute warning, which is kind of like a football game, huh?
It's
kind of like a football game.
It's 2-minute warning. You've got, again, Lahainaluna, the Lahainaluna Foundation. And the leader of the foundation is Jeff Rogers. And you can get Jeff at 661-5332. And don't forget, let's get the bleachers put up for the stadium.
They're right now pouring concrete there. It is amazing. If you drive up there sometime and look at what's happening, you'll realize how much energy, time, money has gone into this. And this year, you're actually going to be able to be there and come to a high school football game in Lahaina. It will be fabulous. It's going to be so exciting.
And, there's other community functions that will happen there. And we're going to do something different in closing our program today. It's we're also going to have Danny Couch, but we're also going to put Neil Everett back on. So pay attention to what Neil has to say, and God bless everyone, and thank you for helping Lahainaluna.
Aloha from us at Sakamoto Properties. Go to sakamotoproperties.com, Lahainaluna High School Foundation.org. And are we ready for... We're ready. Aloha.
Aloha.
Neil Everett here, the big Lahainaluna supporter.